Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kayla. Today's video is going to be a vlog, and I kind of thought of this last night as I was finishing my November reads really quickly before December starts, and I was looking at my Libby, and I have a problem with Libby where I put holds on too many books, and then they all come in at one time, and then I gotta prioritize the ones, and then I have ones that I gotta hustle and finish before they expire and have holds on them, and it's a chaotic mess. So today's video is I have 48 hours to read Survive the Night by Riley Sager before my copy expires, and there are holds on it. That's the full length title. You're only gonna get, the title of this video is probably just, I have 48 hours to read Survive the Night. That's fine. So yeah, so this book expires in 48 hours. I've got 48 hours, let's go. Okay, Survive the Night, Riley Sager. This book is about a girl, and it's 1991, and she needs to go home or away from college, so she gets a ride from like a rideshare board, and she is kind of dealing with the death of her best friend, and the reason why she's dealing with that death is because there is a serial killer on her college campus. Now, the whole book, I believe, takes place on this road trip, and the person driving, she suspects, is the serial killer at the college. And so this guy driving is saying he's getting away because his dad is sick, but the whole book is the main female character trying to figure out if this dude that she's driving with is a serial killer. Boom. That's just a great way to start December 1st. You know, I hit everything too late. I guess my spooky season is too late. Here we go. So here's my vlog. I got 48 hours. I love Riley Sager. I don't think I've given any of his books less than 4 stars. And if I did, I don't remember which one. But I am a big fan of Riley Sager. I have heard this is not his greatest work. I've heard a lot of people say they did not like this. I don't care. I'm going in and we'll see what happens. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. I put on my face to film this intro. I'm gonna get some clips in today because I'm gonna make you look at my face. Is it the best makeup I've ever done? Probably not, but I like it. So let's go. Hello. Okay, so it's like 2 hours later. You're in my cabinet. Hello. Because I'm in the kitchen. So we're gonna talk about Survive the Night a little bit, and then I'm gonna do some stuff. Okay, so I'm 15% of the way through, and I'm actually obsessed with it so far. They just started the like road trip part. Like this whole first section was them like, was the main character getting ready to go on the road trip home, and like why she's going home, and like what happened and all that stuff. Here's the thing. This book, the main character is obsessed with movies. She's a film major, and I love it. She's talked about Jimmy Stewart. She's talked about Humphrey Bogart. She's talked about Alfred Hitchcock. I'm obsessed because, if you don't know this, in high school, I had a Humphrey Bogart obsession, and I also had a Jimmy Stewart obsession. So I'm having a great time with her, like, talking about this, like, these movies. The only thing is I've hit, like, she's saying things, and I'm like, this is gonna come back later, and I'm debating if she's unreliable or not. Because she pictures things in her head like movies. Now, I do that, but she does it a lot more and a lot drastically than I do it. And I think mine is just because that's just who I am. Hers, I think, is a trauma response. Because she talked about a funeral she went to, and she asked about like the hymns that they sang and like the choir, like what songs they were. And her grandma was like, what are you talking about? There wasn't hymns or choir. So I'm like, she's crazy a little bit, I think. We'll see. And she's also being sus of the guy, which makes sense because like that's all one of the stories. She's sus of him, and she's She doesn't know if she's gonna die because he's a killer or not. I don't know if he's a killer. That's the thing. So it's 1:40. I'm gonna make lunch. It's kind of late, but whatever. I was watching Books with Chloe's new vlog that she posted today, but I'm in a music mood because Chloe did like a little dance party in her kitchen, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make lunch. I want to listen to music. And also later we're gonna talk about my Spotify Wrapped because that came out today. Now we're gonna go over all of that later, and you're gonna see how absolutely lame I am. My top songs of 2021 came out, and I kind of looked at a little bit of them, and I was like, yep, makes total sense. Some of them don't really make sense, and it's probably because I listened to it like more than once, and that's why it's on here. And yeah, so we're gonna press shuffle on this, and I'm gonna cook, and I'll show you what I'm cooking as I cook it. And this will probably be a little like montage of me cooking and listening to music. So I'm gonna keep you here. I'm gonna keep you on, maybe, and we'll see what happens. Okay? Cue other music that's not the music I'm listening to, and probably me singing to this music. Okay, I have to pause in my adventure. I'm gonna tell you now because I'll probably say it again later, or I won't say it at all. Every single freaking year, there is at least one song from a certain album that is always, either one or more songs are always on my top of the year. And it's slightly embarrassing because it's been like this since I started listening to Spotify. Because it's a soundtrack to a movie that came out in 2007. Across the Universe is the movie. I used to have the CD for this, and I listened to the Across the Universe soundtrack a lot. And I always have since 2007. It's one of my favorite movies. It's literally about... It's like Beatles songs. Like, they sing the Beatles songs. It's set in, like, the 70s, and there's a character named Jude, Lucy, Max, Sadie, Prudence, like... And I was going through my playlist, and an Across the Universe soundtrack song came on. Literally on brand for me, because I listen to this album all the fucking time. Can I get a fast song? Why are all these songs so slow? Hey guys, what's up? So it is much later. It's like 9 o'clock. I got to the 50% mark about 30 minutes ago, and I sat for a little bit, and I wanted to update you. So, Mr. Riley Sager, what are you doing? What's happening here? I'm enjoying it a lot. I feel like there was a lull in the like 30 to 40% range, and that is because the majority of this book does take place in the car for the most part, or it has been thus far. And because of that, it was just, sometimes they would just be talking and I'd be like, I don't care. Can we get to something here? We're talking about the same things and I need something to happen. I was really into her saying that she can picture movies in her head, and now I no longer enjoy it. It's gotten excessive and I need it to stop. I understand it's probably like a trauma response, or that's just her, I don't know, but like saying it every page or describing it in some way every page has gotten annoying. Not enough for me to dislike the book, just for me to notice it and not like it. I am very excited to see where it's going to go from here, because knowing Mr. Sager, he kind of, after the 50% mark, starts to like throw out the little like plot twists until the big one at the end. And I don't want to speculate because I know that it's probably not going to be what I think it is. So I'm just here for the ride. A male character I'm really interested in because I don't know what his gig is. Like, I'm sus of him, but there's just something else. Like, there's something going on with him that it makes me confused as to where this book is going to go. Because he is creepy. And nothing he says makes sense in, like, what should make sense. And I really want to know where we're going with him. Because I feel like it's not going to be the way I think. So I'm going to keep reading. And I'll check back with you guys in the morning because I need to figure it out. Hello. Yeah, I changed glasses. My other glasses are in the bathroom, whatever. What? What? Let's see. I'm 68% of the way through and something just happened that I was not expecting, but I'm very into. So now I'm stressed. I just popped in real quick to tell you that I'm stressed. Hi, you're getting me like middle of the night trying to read cuddled in bed. Cool. Okay, now that we're past that. I'm still reading. I'm not very much farther from when I last talked to you guys. But something that I have just noticed is there was a comment made a little bit earlier in the book, and so there was a comment made earlier, and a side character had done something, and they, in their head, had thought about what they'd done and made a comment about it. And I thought, in my head, that came out of nowhere. Like, that didn't... Are we gonna elaborate on that? And then I kept reading and forgot about it. Well, then it got brought up again. And I was like, that makes so much sense now. Riley Sager is a master at putting clues that I never pick up on. I don't ever pick up on the clues, but I did today. Slightly. Riley Sager, I'm learning to pick up on your clues. Slowly but surely, I'm learning to pick up on these clues. Coming at you live, mid-page, 90% in, with tears in my eyes. What's happening? What is happening? This book, I have no words. Just know, 90% in, mid-page, mid-tears, with this thriller. I gotta go. Hello, what's up? Next day, I think you saw what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't know what time it is. I just looked at my watch. It's 12:53. I just spent 53 minutes in the library. I got here at noon. I literally walked through the doors at noon, and I spent 53 minutes in there. I came because I had to drop a few things off. I still have a handful of books at home. Yes, I went and got more books, even though I had books. But I dropped some things off, and then I had some books that I returned like a month or two ago that were still checked out on my account, and they filed a claims return. And then as I was wandering through the shelves, I found like 4 of them, and then the lady that was helping me also found like 3 of them because there were 8 total. And I was like, y'all just didn't check them in. Like, now they're sitting on the shelves, which is fine. We found them. Everything's fine. I loaded this up really nicely, but I'm going to unload it and show you what books I got at the library. I'm not going to give you a synopsis. I'm just going to show you what I got. Okay? Okay. Per Ruby's request, Ruby, shout out, here you go. I got Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. I got Stand Up Yumi Chung by Jessica Kim. I got Queen of Shadows by Sarah J. Maas. I got The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. I got The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce. making sure nobody's watching me. I got Naturally Tan by Tan France. Love him. I got We Hunt the Flame by, I don't want to say her name wrong. I'm sorry. I would rather not say it than say it wrong. We Hunt the Flame. This is her name. I promise I will look it up. I will figure out how to say it correctly. I just feel bad when I say people's names wrong. And to make them feel better, I got We Hunt the Flame. I also got We Free the Stars, which is the second book in this in the We Hunt the Flame duology. I got both books. I'm going to read both of them. 2 more. I got The Toll by Neal Shusterman. I was so excited. And then, because in the month of December, I am reading Furyborn, and I saw it and I thought, why not? Since it's here, and I'm going to read it anyway. I got Kingsbane by Claire Legrand. I forgot that this was a Survive the Night reading vlog. And not just a regular reading vlog. And I did finish Survive the Night last night. So we're going to talk about it when I get home. Okay, so I'm home. Let's talk about it. Originally, this vlog was supposed to be like, I have 48 hours to read Survive the Night, right? I really thought I was going to take the 48 hours to read it. I took 12 of those 48 hours. Read it all in 12 hours. I had nothing better to do. So, Survive the Night by Riley Sager. I gave it 4 stars. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it so much. I love Riley Sager. I think I understand why people gave this kind of a bad, not a bad rating, but not as good as his other picks. I think that this idea is very good. Another thing that I think is that, in my opinion, other than the fact that they don't have cell phones and there is the use of a payphone, there is nothing, in my opinion, that really drew me to the fact that it is 1991. I think if we really wanted to drive home the fact that it was set in 91, I needed a little bit more, but that's just me. So the main character was slightly annoying in a few of the parts. And I know I said last night that I think Riley Sager wrote her in a slightly annoying way at first, with like her ability to see movies in her head. And I know that was the use of a mental illness, mental health trope. I personally didn't think it was that bad or that annoying. I know that, again, like, some people might not like that, but other than the fact that it was constantly talked about that because she could see movies in her head, I really felt like that was, the mental illness trope was like used and then kind of eliminated a little bit. And again, I know I said earlier, like, I felt like she was going to be unreliable. That, again, was, like, nipped in the bud. It was, like, it happened, and then it was debunked, and then it kept going, and I was okay with that. I loved the twists and turns. You saw last night when the big twist hit, and I was, like, and I, like, gasped, and I was, like, kind of tearing up, because it just, like, came out of nowhere in, like, the best way, and I think that was the point. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I really thought that it was just gonna be like, okay, this is the killer, but it really, like, it got me good. The, like, epilogue type thing in the end really didn't, at first it didn't make sense. I got halfway through, like, the epilogue and I had to go back and reread it because I was slightly confused, but without saying what happens in the epilogue, I think it really brought the book to a close, and it brought it together, in my opinion, the best way. I definitely think that if you loved Riley Sager's other work, you should check this one out. If you are still iffy about him or haven't read, like, Home Before Dark, I would read Home Before Dark first and then read this. But Riley Sager's books they're all thrillers, they're all mysteries, but they all are so different in, like, the plot. So you can't read one of his books and be like, oh, they're all gonna kind of be like this. I like or dislike it because of this one book. I really, really, really think you need to read in my opinion, all of his books, but at least more than one. I think reading more than one you'll figure out what niche you like about him and like about his books. I really enjoyed the writing. It was very quick to read. It was very engaging. I was at the edge of my seat. There was a slight lull. I think I mentioned this in like the 30-40% mark, but right after I said that, it immediately picked up. And there was like a connection at the end of the book that I was not really there for. I felt like it could have gone without, but for what it's worth, it was good. That's that. This is the vlog. That's all I really have to say. But yeah, so that's me wrapping this up. I will check you guys later. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you read Survive the Night and if you liked it or not, and if you agree with anything I have to say, or you have anything to add, because sometimes I'm bad at expressing my opinions on books, and other people help me get my opinions across or formulate proper opinions. But anyway, thank you for being here. Bye.